Okay, I want to bring in now Democratic political strategist Kristal Knight and Patriot Academy founder Rick Green. Welcome. Rick, I'll start with you. President Biden blaming Putin for gas prices. Fair or not fair?
Look, let's be honest about how clueless this administration is when it comes to economics. I mean, first of all, they deny the fact that they created the inflation by dumping $10 trillion on the market while paying people to stay home and creating all kinds of supply problems. And then secondly, I mean, let's think about how oil becomes gas. I mean, we can't ignore the fact that all the other expenses are going up as well. I'm not no defender of the big oil companies. Believe me, they've become too woke for me to defend them for sure. But this would be like saying to the burger joint guy, okay, so meat's going back down, but even though tomatoes and lettuce are still up, onions are up, employee prices up, the lights, everything else is up, you've got to drop your price because the meat went down. I mean, it just completely ignores economics. I wish someone would put Joe Biden through an economics 101 class if he could stay awake for it. But the important thing to remember is that you can't blame Putin for all these prices going up when they went up every single month Joe Biden has been president. Every single month. So Putin invades Ukraine in February, and we're going to blame him for Joe Biden's policies that are, all about global warming and this pseudoscience. He just doesn't let people drill. He doesn't let us have the pipelines. This is basic supply and demand, and that part will not change just because of competition at the pump.
All right, Kristal, there's a gusher of information we've just heard. I wonder if you would like to try to put a cap on that.
Of course, I respectfully disagree with Rick as always, and it's great to be back on the show. But I think what the president is trying to state right here in this tweet and other things is that America has to become energy independent. We have to stop relying on foreign aid. One of the things I think this talking point about the Putin price hike, it's true that, the price of gas did go up after the invasion. But I think also to Rick's point, gas was already high. And so what does that mean? It means that oil companies are being greedy. I like how the package before this segment stated that there's healthy competition, but really what it is just greed. If, Shell won't bring their oil prices or won't bring the price of gas down, neither will BP and neither will the others in the competition. And so that's not the way to help Americans and to make sure that people can get to where they need to get to based upon, their reliance upon gas.
Right. All right. I want you both to take a listen to what Senator John Kennedy, the loquacious Republican from Louisiana, had to say about European countries still having to rely on oil from Russia.
We have to buy oil and gas because where else are we going to get it? And the answer is the United States. But in order to provide it for them, the president is going to have to reject his energy policy of wind, solar, and pixie dust, and agree to an all-of-the-above energy policy of wind, solar, nuclear, and yes, oil and gas.
Okay, Kristal, you step up to the plate first on this one. The pixie dust line, the all-of-the-above strategy, Republicans have been insisting on this for quite some time. So should President Biden allow more drilling?
Well, I think we're at a point right now where we have to put it back on the table. Historically, it's not been a favorite policy of the Democratic agenda. Just because of what it does for the environment. But if we're really talking about getting out of Russia, getting out of the Middle East, then we have to rely more on our own natural resources. And that may include fracking, that may include drilling. And that's not something that many Democrats are really willing to put back on the table. And really also thinking about the pipeline that we've also historically been against. So I'm not willing to say that we have to do it, but I think it's a conversation that we have to revisit, considering where we are right now.
Okay, you guys, I'm sorry, Rick, we've all filled up our allotted time here, so I have to say thank you, Democratic political strategist Kristal Knight and Patriot Academy founder Rick Green. Thank you very much for being on tonight.
Thanks, Mike. Don't tell Joe, but I agree with everything Kristal just said. That's very unusual for us.
Thank you for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.